Hello, so imposter syndrome is a massive thing that affects so many people, myself included. So here is a little tap along designed just to take some of the anxiety out of that. Now, what I'd like you to do is just before we start, just close your eyes for a sec. Take a nice deep breath in and hold it. And let it go. And then with your eyes closed, just allow yourself to connect with however it is you're feeling. So maybe that's overwhelm. Maybe that's a feeling of not being good enough. Maybe you have this wave of anxiety. Or maybe you're even giving yourself a bit of a hard time because you shouldn't be feeling like this. Whatever it is, just allow yourself to sit with that. And just notice where you feel that in your body. And take a nice deep breath in and hold it. And let it go. Now, opening your eyes, I'd like you to just give, however you're feeling, a number between 1 and 10, where 10 is really, really intense. And then let's do some tapping for that. Starting on the side of your hand, tap where I tap, repeat what I say. And if you can, just hold in your head whatever it is that is challenging you at the moment, or a memory that you keep thinking about, or something that you just keep dwelling on that is really aggravating this imposter syndrome feeling. Even though I'm feeling this, I'm feeling this imposter syndrome. And it's making me feel really anxious. It's making me feel really overwhelmed. I choose to deeply and completely accept myself anyway. Even though I'm giving myself a really hard time. I'm really beating myself up about this. And it's making me feel really bad. I deeply and completely accept how I feel right now. Even though this imposter syndrome is making me feel really anxious. It's making me feel really stuck. And I'm just feeling really confused and overwhelmed. I deeply and completely accept myself and how I feel. I'm really suffering with this imposter syndrome. I am comparing myself to other people. I'm telling myself I'm not good enough. I'm feeling really anxious about it. And I can feel that anxiety right there in my body. And my little inner voice is going nuts at me. Who do I think I am? Who would listen to me? How can I possibly think I can help other people? I'm not good enough. I shouldn't put myself out there. Because if I put myself out there, people will realize I'm a fraud. I have no idea what I'm doing. And that's making me feel really, really anxious. This wave of anxiety. It's just crashing over me. And it just feels awful. I don't know what to do. I keep talking myself out of doing things. I have to wait till everything is perfect. And I'm just going round in circles. This imposter syndrome is making me feel really anxious. Why did I ever think I could do this? People are going to find out. I am so afraid of people finding out. I am so afraid of people judging me. I'm not good enough to do this. Says who? Maybe I have memories of people telling me I'm not good enough in the past. Maybe it's a decision I made about myself. Maybe I have some specific incidents that are coming up for me. At some point, I decided I wasn't good enough. But what am I basing that on exactly? And good enough for what? good enough to be me. I think I'm pretty qualified for that. I'm the only person who can do it. Good enough for who? For my dad? For my mum? For someone else? For random people who I don't know? How will I know I'm good enough? If I don't even know the people I'm trying to be good enough for? And do I really know what good enough means for someone else? Maybe deep down I know I am good enough. And it's that that's scaring the shit out of me. What if I do this and I find that I'm really good at it? I choose to release any of the blocks around this. I choose to let these blocks go. I totally own that I have these blocks. And I'm open to the possibility I don't need them. I choose to be totally open to letting these blocks go. I choose to be totally open to it being safe enough to do that. I choose to be open to the fact that actually I am good enough. And that's okay. I choose to honour myself. I choose to feel excited about how much I can accomplish. Choosing to release these blocks. Now and all the way back through my past. And take a breath. Let it go. And then just close your eyes and tune back into yourself. Whatever you were feeling before, that you rated, that you gave a number, what's happened to that number? How has it changed? If it's gone down, even if it's just by a little bit, fantastic, you're on the right tracks. You might need to rinse and repeat this tap along video. If your number hasn't changed at all, you probably need to get a bit more specific about what it is that sparked this sudden feeling of imposter syndrome. Was it a specific incident? And what you can do is just talk to yourself about that as you tap through the points. Now, if your number's gone up, that's also a great sign because it's showing us that something has triggered you. You've hit something that's quite key. So get curious about that. What was the point where your emotion went up? And if it didn't come down, just keep tapping about that. It can be very simple. I still feel this. I feel very triggered by it. I don't know why. That's okay. Right here, right now, I'm okay. Right here, right now, I'm safe. I just got really triggered by that. I choose to be curious as to why that is. and just keep tapping, see what comes up for you. But I promise you that if the emotion goes up, keep tapping, because the very act of tapping will bring the emotion down again. So I hope that was useful. Please leave me any comments, any questions, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Toodles!